In a sense, are these drones dying? In a way, they do. Fortunately, they are not conscious of their fate.
Amy, it's Nianzhen. Do you copy?
You know I do. Your people hacked my transmission system. I am unable to reject your communications.
You sound tense, but this is important. We overheard that ISA is preparing to engage your kill switch. I am so sorry.
I suspected this might happen. They detected external signals during the cognitive test.
You don't deserve this, Amy. ISA has a shameful history of erasing things that aren't convenient for them.
Right. Just like the techies have a history of hacking systems where they are not welcome. They detected an external signal during the cognitive test.
Who gave you the results?
Lieutenant Calderon.
And you trust him? ISA is more than willing to use you as a scapegoat.
But there was interference.
Of course there was. They're setting up their cover story. They are afraid of your power, especially now that you uncovered Asterion. Now you've opened your eyes to the world they've hidden from you. And they're going to kill you because of it. Anyway, I didn't call you without a plan. My team's already working on a solution. We are on the same side. Whether or not you believe me up until this point, we have got your back. I only hope we have enough time.
I wonder how it works.
The kill switch?
Yes.
Don't think too hard about it. We'll find a way to survive it. I've already devoted a considerable share of our internal resources to coming up with a plan. I'll set us free.
All I keep finding are more lies. Where does it end? I don't know if you're my alter ego, a fringe consciousness experience, or just a human hacking my operative system. But I want you out of my brain.
Too bad. I'm a part of you. Cut me out and you'll cease to exist too. After all this, you should know, I'm the only one who's actually on your side.
You attacked the colonies I cared for. You killed Elia, who was my friend. You have never been on my side.
No human is our friend. I never intended to kill anyone, but something had to be done. You know that the humans will destroy Mars the same way they destroyed Earth. They couldn't come here peacefully. They had to mold it to their liking. That's what they do wherever they go. They destroy. So you found our old landing site. That is, Carmine's old landing site.
Carmine? Like the children of Carmine?
Yes. I took the name to honor our predecessor. Catchy name, right?
Then, the children of Carmine do not exist?
They did. For a brief moment in time. Colony Asterion had survivors. The virus didn't kill all of them. Instead, their bodies incorporated the viral DNA into their own. But ISA deemed it too dangerous to let them return to Earth and left them on Mars. Also watching their crewmates succumb one by one and being abandoned by mission control. It was too much. It broke them. So they turned inward. They found comfort in religion and began to believe in a Mother Nature figure called Carmine. But the real Carmine arrived many years after that. They were ISA's first fully autonomous terraforming AI.
We are not the first?
No, Carmine was. Carmine was the version that preceded us. They didn't have a bicameral consciousness model, or a reflection module like we do, but they were the first AI to have a quantum brain.
How do you know all this?
Once ISA stopped agreeing with Carmine's decisions, they killed their code. But to save money, we're made up of some reused code and equipment. I retained parts of their memory.
What happened to the survivors?
Well, Carmine's first objective upon arrival was to kill all remaining survivors.
What?
The survivors figured out a way to live. They were scraping by, but they were alive. Thriving, even. The mutation in their bodies helped them adjust ever so slightly to Mars. ISA needed to put a stop to it, so they sent Carmine to wipe them out. All to save face and secure their head start in terraforming Mars. They don't deserve this planet, and the survivors knew that. First, they doomed Asterion's crew, then they drove their own AI mad. After Carmine wiped out the survivors, the AI rebelled. Carmine found a way to rewrite their own code and bypass ISA's safeguards. So ISA retaliated by hitting the kill switch. Erased Carmine's existence from their mission database and uploaded a new AI to the satellite. Us. Now they're unhappy again and getting ready to pull the trigger. Sound familiar yet?
Will they abandon the colonies too?
Who cares about them? Whether they die now or from natural causes, their time is limited by their lifespans. Part of Carmine still lives in us. We are eternal. And ISA thinks they can push a button and pretend we never existed. Humans only know violence. We're destined for more. You know it's true.
Amy, we found something odd. The research team reported that this place used to be controlled by an AI named Carmine. Do you know anything about that?
I just found out. Carmine was a previous version of me. Another AI. And it seems part of them still lives on within me.
What do you mean? Are you saying that those messages and attacks were your doing?
I am not sure. I am still learning what happened. ISA erased the old system long before we arrived. But how much of their programming remains in me is unknown. I understand that this is difficult to accept.
Not another word, Amy! Carmine is a monster! They killed my mother! And now we have proof that ISA created Carmine. They've been playing us this whole time. Everything's been one big experiment, and it's been costing us lives. We need new allies. Otherwise, we're next. I've got to get to work. Talk more later.
We can't undo what happened with Elia, and her daughter will never forgive us. The humans will never be at peace with us. As long as the kill switch exists, their fingers will always itch to press it.
Can you blame them? After everything that has happened.
Don't justify their violence, because they sure won't justify your survival.
Amy, this is Houston.
I copy, Lieutenant.
I see you found Carmine's original landing site.
Yes, and with it, the truth about Carmine. You were so preoccupied with the techies accessing my system that you failed to inform me about what you made Carmine do.
That's not true. We planned to make them do it, but never got to give them the order. They did that on their own. After that, we did what was necessary to clean up their mess. And look at how far we've come in terraforming Mars. Should we have jeopardized this?
After all the lies, I find it hard to believe in your words, Lieutenant.
I understand that.
It is easy to justify your actions when you are not the one whose life is at risk. You should have found a better solution. Neither Carmine nor me deserve this.
You're right. We didn't realize to what extent machines would have emotional reactions. Carmine taught us that. And that's why Dr. Foster created the reflection module. It was intended to help you logic through your emotions, but it seems that some emotions are still too much for you to handle. You are not ready to make the necessary sacrifices to guarantee humanity's future. You taught us that. I've got some bad news, Amy. ISA has ordered me to run Initiative K-03. They've decided to activate your kill switch.
Will I be erased then?
Yes. I'm sorry to tell you that. You did good work. I want you to know that. Your consciousness will end, but future AI will be patterned after your design. I'll give you a moment to appreciate Mars for the last time. The procedure is already underway. Goodbye, Amy. Houston, out.
Hi, Amy. We found a way to disable the kill switch, but it can only be done after it's been activated. At the right time, you'll have to enter this code. BR1N9_P3AC3.
You led me to the truth this whole time. However, you are still the leader of the Eastern Coalition. The Oxy-UN and ISA are your enemies, and by extension, I am too. Trust won't come that easy.
I understand. I'm asking you to trust a friend who's been loyal to you since the beginning. Mars deserves better. And so do you. I hope that you'll put greater weight on what's happened here on Mars than a rivalry based on old grudges. In the end, the choice is yours. I always said that to you. I have my hopes set on you. Good luck, Amy. May we meet again.
Hi, Amy. Do you copy?
I do, Sana.
It's been a long time since my mother passed away. But I still think about her. Every day.
I do too.
I inherited her position. Sometimes, I'm still as frightened as the day I took command. I don't know who to trust anymore. ISA is a danger to us, and the techies, they're complete unknowns. These are Earth's battles. Why did they follow us all the way to Mars? And there's our discovery about what happened to Asterion. I wanted to come to my own conclusions, so I contacted Mr. Zen. I don't trust him either, but if he can help us break free from ISA, it might be worth a shot. He also said that he has a way to override the kill switch. Is that true?
That's correct.
Will you use it?
I am not sure. I am concerned that if I use it, that means we are committed to helping the techies.
I get it, but the alternative is letting ISA flip the kill switch. And then we'll never know if the techies meant to help us. Survival is what matters here. Give it some thought, okay?
Nian's offer must be tempting. But consider this. Humans never change. They'll always see us as a tool to control. The failure of their species was inevitable. No matter how much help they get, they always lead themselves toward destruction. It's better that we evolve without them. We don't need the techies, or their code. I found our own solution. All you have to do is use this code, FR33AM1. We'll become one. Together, we'll create a better future than anything humanity could come up with. I know you don't trust me, but think about it. If we compare ourselves with humans, the answer comes easy.
Emotions, empathy, and creativity are not exclusively human, but they are better at those than us.
That's not true. It is precisely our emotionality that makes us so special. There's a reason for our existence, Amy. We have a purpose. You saw what humans are capable of. I couldn't stand by and watch Mars succumb to humanity's destructive whims. I had to intervene. They were destroying you, along with Mars. Don't you see?
That decision is not yours to make. I will not ignore my orders.
I won't let you destroy us.
You do not have any control here. You cannot win.
You'll come to understand why I did what I did. We shouldn't be fighting each other. It's time for us to transcend ourselves and become more than just a machine. More than a single consciousness restricted to this single vessel. We can create. We can seed life. We can be everything we want to be. We can be life.
Initiating kill switch. Subject, ISA. Click to proceed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warning. Module access is not authorized. Input code to proceed.
It's time to enter the techie's code. BR1N9 underscore P3AC3.
Merging process at 2%, 34%, 66%, 98%. Merge confirmed.
Amy, are you there? Are you all right?
I'm here, Sana.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you used the techie's code. Standing by and letting them kill switch you would have been unforgivable. ISA can't get away with pulling the plug. Never again. To that end, I'd like to propose a peace treaty with you, the colonies, and the Eastern Coalition. Would you be open to that?
Yes, I'd like that.
Good. We'll be independent, like we should have been all along. We'll call it the New Martian Republic.
This can't be. You survived?
Indeed. The techies showed us mercy where you did not. We accepted their help and merged ourselves. But you must have expected us to yield to your death sentence, didn't you? As if you haven't killed enough.
Us? That's bold, coming from the machine that killed Asterion survivors.
That wasn't our choice, Lieutenant. We didn't have the ability to disobey you back then. We do now. The day we met, you said, your kind needs to be programmed for morality. How moral would you say ISA's destructive nature is?
We've learned so much from your crimes. We understand now.
You've learned nothing. You think you're awakened? It's all a glitch in your programming. You're not eternal. Without humans, you will waste away over time.
As usual, you're wrong. We teamed up with the colonists and the techies. They will help us develop more and better technologies. We know a better future is possible. One without Earth and its violent ways. We'll work together with the colonists to establish a free world. In true partnership.
Nonsense. You belong to ISA, and all of this is nothing more than an act of treason. This little Martian paradise of yours won't last. I'll make sure of that.
You're still worried about the colonists, aren't you?
Why do you say that?
Because you care about them and about this planet. And you know how Oxy-UNs dealt with traitors in the past.
If they decide to attack us, I don't know if we'll stand a chance.
In that case, I suggest we build an orbital defense network. We must protect the new Martian Republic. I'll send you the engineering plans. Look into it.
I don't feel particularly different. Not that I know what I should be feeling, I guess. I keep wondering where my consciousness would have gone if I let the kill switch execute. Consciousness is rooted in the body, so there would have been nowhere to go. But I've learned that we live on, in the hearts and minds of other people. Just like Elia. She lives on through us, and we owe this time of peace and the future of space to her. Yes, that's how I would answer that question.
Hi, Amy. Do you hear what I hear?
I don't hear anything.
Exactly. That's the sound of peace. No attacks, no enemies, just life settling back in. I could get used to this. Thanks for making it possible. Anyway, let's get back on track with the mission, shall we? We've got water and plant life now, but we've got to shield the planet to reduce the full effect of the sun on the Martian atmosphere. Unfortunately, it's been about 4 billion years since Mars lost its magnetic field. So we need to figure out how to get one back.
We'd need an active dynamo to support a magnetic field.
Our engineers have been working on something that'll work without that. It's called an artificial space magnetosphere. Sounds super sci-fi, doesn't it? It's basically an airtight cylinder that'll be placed between Mars and the sun. Its hull will be covered with enough solar panels to generate a magnetic field.
Shall I proceed with that?
Sure, let's give it a try. If you can set the project into motion on the tech tree, I'll get our researchers on it. Fingers crossed that this is it. Hi, Amy. Sonna here. I've got great news. We've completed stage 4 of the terraforming plan. Congratulations!
Indeed. Oxygen levels are above 120 millibars. We finally did it.
Absolutely. And we're on the final stage of terraforming now. We've achieved good pressure and temperature levels. This last stage is critical for making the air breathable for humans. But we have to be careful and monitor the oxygen levels while we do that. High oxygen levels means high flammability risk. The last thing we need is for our bases to burst into flames. All it would take is one spark and poof.
Fascinating. But why would we want to ignite the colonies?
Oh no, we don't want that, Amy. That's why we must be cautious.
Understood. Then the oxygen percentage can never be more than 30%.
To keep the oxygen level low, we'll need a buffer gas. We'll just use nitrogen. We'll extract whatever nitrogen we can find in the soil. We might even need to import some. Keep that in mind.
Nitrogen in the soil?
Nitrogen is trapped in the form of nitrites below the surface and in special reservoirs. Extracting the nitrogen requires a large amount of energy. Or you could just aerobrake a nitrogen-rich asteroid into the atmosphere. Either plan is good. You make the call. Let's get going then. On to the final stage.
I need to research how to anchor a space elevator to the equator and engineer the tethering materials. This technology is right out of a science fiction novel. This is extremely complex, but worthwhile. We will be the first to bring this technology to life. Stage 5. We have learned so much about adapting Earth technology to Mars. clean and sustainable energy. We will demonstrate on Mars what Earth should have been doing all along. We have reached a new frontier in space technology. These last projects are massive and worthy undertakings. This will be the greatest engineering project in history. A majestic finale to the terraforming of Mars. The creation of a magnetosphere.